The NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Edge Boost, the bank account built for bettors. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet with promo code SGPN and get a $25 deposit bonus. We're also brought to you by NYRA Bets. Claim your $200 deposit bonus today by going to nyrabets.com/SGPN200, promo code SGPN200. Yes, sir. We are back with another edition of the NBA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. No me, no voice, no guy. It's me, Terrell Furman Jr. here at your service. As predicted, well, not predicted here because I've had internet problems the past couple of days. It's been very annoying. But as predicted, the Knicks completely let down in a spot where they can't close out the first game. They never could do it. Why would they ever close out Boston in the first game? They can't close anybody out the first game. Did you see Game 5 in New York? This year or last year, I might add. So, depends on which one you would like. Lonte, we're here. We had a delay because I didn't even know how to work this new streaming platform, so I had to figure that out. But we ended up getting here, and we're here. I still don't have a drop for you. It's annoying. It's so good. Nerd Lonte Smith. Hey, whoa, you get the bing bong drop.
Yeah, that's good, man. I'm locked in, ready to go. Let's get to it.
All right. I mean, first of all, you have about I'll say 48 minutes left of my attention, because once we get to, what is this, 12 Eastern? Yeah, I'm completely in WNBA mode at that point. WNBA Gambling Podcast coming back 7 p.m. Eastern tonight here on YouTube. So looking forward to that. Don't ask me any more questions about the men's NBA. Nobody cares about that. But Lonte, you have me for about the next 47 minutes or so. And we only have one game to talk about here, Game 6. But before we get to that, the Warriors get closed out. They're in 5 games. The spread where it opened actually was pretty on the mark. It opened at 11 and it finished at 11. Got some buyback towards the Warriors during the day, and that didn't matter because if you got Warriors 9.5, Warriors 10.5, you ended up not covering here. Anything on the end of that series?
Not really. It was pretty straightforward once Steph went down. I thought the Minnesota Timberwolves showed extreme poise and resolve, especially in a closeout game to kind of close them out. They played extremely aggressive, played really good defense as they normally do. But yeah, it wasn't a ton to take away from that series. I mean, when you're without when you play a team without one of their top players and one of the top players to ever play the game, you're climbing uphill.
All right. Well, let's look at JR in the chat. Bringing bringing madness. Hopefully, Celtics should win the series now that Taters is gone. I hope not. Although I did think it was Knicks in 6, so I guess we sit here and we go on and we see what happens in that one. But I did think once the Knicks took over the series that they weren't going to close them out in 5, and they probably get it done in 6. But enough of the Knicks and the Celtics. I don't want to jinx them any further than I might have already have. Here, big game in Game 6. The Denver Nuggets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. I mean, Denver could be going home tonight. We have a elimination game for Denver. We'll talk about some stuff that I've realized about Denver elimination games, and we're going to talk about whether OKC can get this done tonight, whether this is over. But before we get to that, I just have to remind everybody to get that 20% off in the merch store. The DGens line of gear is live, so you can go get 20% off everything in the merch store. That's store.sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Promo code DGens to get that 20% off code. Also, let's get into it right now. Lonte, we have the Denver Nuggets hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder here in Game 6. They are down 3-2. OKC opened up as a 5-point favorite. They are currently laying 4.5. 219 is where the total opened up at. It got bought down all the way to 216 and a half, Lonte, and now it has been bought back up to 217 and a half. Let's see what the injury report has new. I don't think it's anything new up here for this series. No, it's not. Just no Hunter Tyson like he's doing anything. Clean injury report for both of these two teams. Ref report, you got Mark Davis on the call as the lead official, Kevin Scott, Mitchell Irvin. I'll dig into that a little bit later as well. But first, Lonte, is the series over tonight?
That's a good question. I think that this is a big game to test the young OKC core and how efficient and well they played in the last two fourth quarters versus what they did in the first two fourth quarters of the series and blowing blowing one of those games. So I like Denver in the points, but I do think OKC closes them out. Um, I don't know if Denver's running out of gas, so to speak, versus just the schematic like
Mm-hmm.
climb that they're having. I mean, just the schematic like battle that they're having to fight with Joker being. He was incredible. Don't get me wrong, but he
Mm-hmm.
was working for every single bucket that he had to go against um, with those switch offs with Jay Will, Hartenstein, and Chet all taking turns, kind of guarding him and making him frustrated. So it all depends. If you like Denver, then you got to be expecting a bounce back effort from Christian Brown, from Russell Westbrook, and you got to get a little something from Michael Porter Jr. I'm not sure what what to do with him. Like they got to pick a street. Either they're going to play him or they,
Mm-hmm.
he's had one good game, and that was a really big game. But outside of that, obviously you can tell that the shoulder is bothering him. And if he doesn't, if he's not shooting the ball, I mean, he's not doing a ton at all, and he's not doing that at an efficient level. He's taking bad shots. He can't really defend like that to begin with, and now with a banged up shoulder, it's even harder for him to do that. The zone is working to working for Denver, but I thought that the ball movement and Dagnall making an adjustment to get Shea off the ball and move him around is kind of I think it's kind of solved a little bit of that zone. So I'm interested to see how Denver plays them. But all in all, I think we see a close game. I think it comes down to the wire. I think Denver covers and OKC squeaks out a win, 2 3-point win.
Mm, hmm. Yeah, wow. You even made that a smaller margin than I would have thought. Uh, I think OKC 1-10 is interesting. I had the series being 4-2 OKC in the beginning. And I reluctantly took Denver plus 2.5 because I had it as OKC 4-2. But I was afraid of OKC absolutely dominating the series. Now I feel like I'm on the other side of that where I'm dangerously afraid of Denver actually winning this game. Um Jokic in closeout game opportunities is really, really good, man. I'm talking 30 and 13 type good. Like he's really, really good. I like Jokic points and rebounds here today for sure. And just the unreal shot making that he already has, adding that to an elimination game home environment, it just screams Jokic is going to have the good game. But my fear is that it's going to be Jokic and literally nobody else. I think the only other person that I feel confident having a good game here is Aaron Gordon, and it's because the OKC can't stop anything inside. That's really what both teams have had issues with, getting stops on the inside of the paint. And so I'm really nervous of Aaron Gordon having a good game too. But like outside of that, I really think OKC defensively has this like locked down. I like the under, believe it or not, under 217.5 here. I think that this is one of those lower scoring beat 'em up games that we saw like the two games in Denver prior. And then I don't know, Lance. I'm really torn on the game. I guess I'm taking Denver in the points, but I don't like it. I really don't. But it is every time I look at the line this series, I always say, man, I think OKC's winning the game, but I just feel like this is too many points. And I'm with you. I think this actually might be just too many points.
Yeah, I mean, and just they got to get something from everybody. I mean, Jamal had 28, but he did it on 27 shots, so inefficient. they were making him work as well. He generally plays well at home, but the 2-man game it's not been effective against OKC because of their length, because of their size.
And just
Um,
switching everything.
yeah,
And
and they can't really get into it how they want to. And Casey Wallace has been a monster on Jamal Murray, and they're putting so many guys on him.
I like his steals tonight.
Yeah, he can't get comfortable with doing anything because he's going from Jamal Murray's going from Casey Wallace to some Aaron Wiggins. He might get some Jay Dub. He might get some Shea. Like he's going all these different types of defenders, and you can't really get in rhythm, which is why you see that inefficient 28. But total wise, I think that's interesting of how the market is betting it because you saw in the last game OKC pushed the pace. They were trying to beat that zone down the floor, and it had some success there. But then Denver kind of stopped crashing the offensive glass so they can prevent them from getting out on fast break because that was effective. So I'm interested to see how they play that dynamic tonight. The shot making is going to have to be at an all-time high for Denver because they have such a slim margin. OKC can beat you in different ways, so they have more ways to victory than Denver because obviously we know Joker is going to do what he does. I don't think we have any doubts about that. But can you get 2 or 3 guys to be consistent enough to hit timely shots because they had open shots, they just didn't hit them. But then in the fourth quarter, I thought OKC and Dagnall did a great job defensively and moving the ball out of that zone and the ball movement. Obviously, the Dort threes were huge, but man, I think OKC just has more paths to victory, and Denver will make it tough. But I think in the end, a couple of free throws will ice it down the stretch for OKC to win by a slim margin of 2 or 3 points.
All right. Man, I really didn't want to take the Nuggets. I really don't, but because I really do think OKC wins the game, and I just don't want to play that margin. But just OKC -4.5 just doesn't feel right. Give me that OKC 1-10 margin here today. I am dangerously afraid of Denver winning this game, though. I will admit that. I think that is something I'm really really afraid of them winning this game and this going to 7. I'm glad I already won 2.5, the 2.5 ticket because yeah, I'm if I was sitting on a 4-2 OKC, I would be nervous. I would feel slightly confident, but I would be nervous. I really would. All right. Let's talk about Edge Boost, the first ever bank account built for bettors, ensuring all gambling transactions are approved. No usage fees, no minimums. Earn cashback rewards, 100% approval for all betting deposits. Sign up today at edgeboost.bet with promo code SGPN. Deposit $25 and Edge Boost will match the deposit. That's edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by the Preakness. Lonte, have you picked a horse yet?
I have not.
Just go with the Bob Baffert. I'm putting you on game. That's
go.
the cheater. That's the guy that be cheating and he be doping up the horses and all that.
I'm a fan already.
Yeah. Cheaters prosper. Cheaters prosper. They do. So we rolling with the cheaters. And dang, what was the horse name again? Dang, Lonte. It's something. It's something. When I see the name, I'ma know exactly what the horse is because
If
Scott
they're
told me
cheating,
what it was.
I'm betting on them.
Hold on. And they said he hasn't cheated recently and he been losing. So cheaters after they be losing for a while, they be like, all right, I'm going back to cheating because that was winning.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, no, he got the horse. It's 6-1. It's dang. Why don't nobody got the freaking names up here? They just got the numbers. That's crazy. Y'all remember the horse off the numbers? Goal oriented. That is who it is. Goal oriented. That's the horse, Lonte. Remember that. Goal oriented. That's who we rocking with. We rocking with the cheater. If everybody else is playing fair and it's one person cheating, I mean, it's cool to just go ahead and take a side on that. Shout out to Bob Baffert or whatever his name is. Don't wait. Head to nyrabets.com/SGPN200 to claim your $200 match deposit bonus. That's how easy it is. I don't talk about horse racing, but I know the horse to bet on and I know the place to go to bet. nyrabets.com/SGPN200 and you will get that $200 deposit match bonus. It's that easy. That easy. Horse racing is easy. Super easy. Take the one that's cheap. Always. I wonder if they got the handicap horse racing. I wonder if that's at the Preakness too. I might have to bet that as well. I'm about to lock in on NYRA bets. here, Lonte. I gotta get a couple of horse picks going on. All right. New game here for Underdog. You can tap in on their ladders game where you can win up to 500 times your entry watching your favorite players climb the ladder, or you can do the regular pick 'em entry like we're about to do right now. We're about to do it right now. We're not waiting till the end of the show. This is why you got to watch and follow along, because normally we wait till the end of the show, but we're about to go do our pick 'em entry right now, and you can win up to 100x right there. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. Lonte, what are we doing for Underdog today?
I think you give out one of them, Joker higher PR.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He's been really, really good in closeout games. Like he's been over this 42 and a half, I believe the line is. Let me get the new updated line. Maybe Underdog has something different. But yeah, man, Joker's been really, really good in games, in closeout games. He's already just good in playoff home games. He's already just good as a player. Like we just know that. So, uh, wow, it's taking forever. See, look, now nothing wants to work. Nothing wants to work for me right now. All right, Joker higher, 42 and a half points and rebounds. Lonte, what's something else? What else are we looking at here?
What else? Like, you said you like. I don't know if they have it, but the Wallace Steals. You said you like. That's cool too.
Case and Wallace. It's cool. What else we got here? I'm not married to that play, but he just be active. He's active and he's good defensively, but the
Um,
minutes are a little bit of a worry.
yeah. I like Caruso threes, man. He's getting a bunch of wide open looks. If that's
They
still one
don't
and a
even
half,
have they don't even have that up here. They just
yeah.
have
They have his points.
no, they have points, rebounds, and assists. They have first quarter rebounds. They have points and rebounds, and they have points and assists.
Oh yeah, I like his threes. It's usually at 5.5, but for the points too. But I like J Dub. He had a big game in game three, if I'm not mistaken. That's where he had a 32-point game. He only had 10 to follow it up, but I think the way that they've been having him initiate and break down that zone, they're running a high pick and roll essentially at the top of the zone. I think he'll live in the mid range. His jumper's been falling. He's been getting to the rim, so I think J Dub has a decent game.
So you said take his what?
I like his points. Is it like 21, 20,
20 and a half.
twenty?
And it's crazy because I had a feeling earlier today about J-Dub. I was looking into that this morning and I was like, oh, he just hasn't been consistent enough for me. But it was a feeling. And you just also confirmed that we should just roll with the feeling here. So I like that you said that. I like J-Dub as well. Higher. Let's looky here. We can,
I like
what
Chet
else?
steals blocks. If that's 2.5, I like that higher.
I feel like we need a nugget. We need
Oh,
a
okay, that's
Oh, well,
cool.
no, we got Joker. We got Joker. So we're good. We're good. Okay. So Chet.
If it's still at 2.5,
Let's see here. Let's see what we got here for Chet. His blocks 2.5.
no, blocks and steals.
Nah, just the blocks, sir. Nope,
Mm.
don't got that. We could go. Man, I do think Aaron Gordon has a little bit of a day, but I'm fine not playing that. Uh, I'd go Aaron Gordon. I wouldn't even be mad at it. I mean, MPJ
PR
has been really bad.
for Aaron
Aaron,
Gordon, PR.
do we want to go R or do we want just the? Well, that's pause. Do we want just the points?
I think I like both of those actually. Let me see,
Does
because
Jamal
he
Murray
is.
come up big in this game?
Oh yeah, I mean Jamal Murray was going to be my dog, so I didn't want to bring him up, but yeah,
Oh, you like Jamal Murray?
yeah, I do. In this spot, yeah, I
Okay,
do.
never mind. Never mind. Yeah, let's go with Aaron Gordon. I think we can agree on Aaron Gordon. This is pretty smooth. All right. Wow. This is a lot of points for a game that I feel like is going under. Yikes. However, it's what we feel. And we could hit all of these and it could still go under. Jokic, higher, 43 and a half points and rebounds. Jada, higher, 20 and a half points. Aaron Gordon, higher, 16 and a half points. Put that all together at Underdog. You get 6x, $100, get you $600 over there at Underdog Fantasy. Make sure you use that promo code NBA SGPN. All right, Lonte, let's get ready to close this out, man. Let's any other player. First of all, talk about Jamal Murray. Like, what are we? What's the handicap on Jamal Murray here?
Yeah, so number one, he's playing a lot better at home, and I do think that they're going to get better contributions from those guys making shots. And another one, I mean, I like Chris. My lock is going to be Christian Brown over 18.5 points and rebounds, so it's kind of
Mhm.
correlated. I think that both of those, I think that he's going to knock down shots. I think Aaron Gordon is going to knock down shots, so that just opens up the lane for that pick and roll to be able to work. Because once you see Russ, Brown, Michael Porter Jr. not knocking down shots, then you kind of that defense kind of collapses and you don't have to respect those guys. But once a couple of those shots go, I think that opens up the pick and roll. I think Jamal Murray will be a lot more efficient. I think he'll get to the free throw line and use the aggression of that OKC defense. One thing I want to see them do is to let Joker bring the ball up or let somebody else bring the ball up so Jamal Murray's not getting hassled for 90 feet. When he gets into the offense there, he's probably like already tired. So I like to see him a little bit more off ball. Allow him to come up some pin downs, maybe some floppy actions, and hoping he gets to the line about 10 times, 10 to 11 times, maybe makes 8 of those. And so I like 25 plus. That's at plus 185. So that's my two plays that with lock and dog. I know we haven't got to it, but those are the two things that I like and why I like Jamal Murray.
So this is what I think about SGA today, Lonte. I'm curious on your thoughts as well. I think that this is a game where SGA takes over the fourth quarter. And that's partially the reason why I think OKC has a good shot to just go ahead and win this game, but win a close one. And you kind of saw it a little bit in that last game in game 5, where he had, what was it, nine in the fourth? Might have been more than that, honestly. Like he might have had free throws and had a little bit more than that, but I'm pretty sure it was like 9 or something like that. And I think he can have a pretty decent fourth quarter here. I wanted to take SGA's over on points. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait. I think that hopefully he has a slow start to the game and it's not one of those 12-point first quarters or something like that. Then that just ruins everything. But if it's another slow start to the game where he just doesn't look right and Denver does what they normally do when he's on the road and they throw a couple of bodies at him, kind of get him off his spot, get him uncomfortable and force him to put up some bad shots and get him out of rhythm, then he kind of finds it in the fourth quarter. And so that's probably a live player prop that I'm probably going to be on in this one. We don't have a lot. We don't have a lot going on. We somehow got stuck with one standalone NBA game on the eve of the WNBA, which is very annoying. I wish WNBA started tonight, and then I would have a lot more to bet on, and I would be much
So
more.
is it start tomorrow or Saturday?
It starts tomorrow. It starts tomorrow,
Oh
Friday.
wow.
Yeah, it's 3 games on Friday, 3 games on Saturday.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I like I like SGA's PRA. I mean, I think a lot of his points and his I think a lot of the offense that or lack thereof, if you're not accustomed to seeing him, get to the free throw line and get to his spots, it's because of that zone. I think a lot of it is due to just him just pounding the air out of the ball. I mean, he's not doing a ton of movement, but once they moved him to the corner and having running actions and putting him in the middle of the zone, he was able to get to those spots to his mid range.
Hmm.
And he's just like settling, trying to hit home runs. So a lot of that had to do with that. But I think once Dagnall kind of sat him down for that stretch and they went on that run and he saw how effective they were, they cut that lead from I think 11-4 when he was on the bench, and the ball movement was crisp. They were getting in and out of the paint, hitting shots, and just the ball movement kind of made them get out of that zone. And once they got out of the zone, they can't guard at all. They're putting Jokic in a ton of pick and rolls, and Shea's able to get downhill and get to the rim. So I think that he'll be effective, and he'll use that as kind of fuel. So I like the PRA more than I do the points.
All right. Let's see here. I do like. I think this actually is a really interesting ladder here today. There's a number of things that I think you could ladder. Honestly, I think
Yeah, I'm laddering Christian Brown points.
I think you can ladder Jokic rebounds. If Jokic has 20 rebounds today, I swear I'm not going to be surprised. I really wouldn't. I think that there's going to be missed shots here, and I think Jokic
Yeah, if you
is
could bet his
a
offensive
monster.
rebounds, I would do that as well because he
Yeah,
is killing on the offensive. I mean, mostly off his own shots, to be honest.
Yeah, like man, it was one where he didn't even like. I think he got a rebound for it last game, and it wasn't even a shot. He literally just he tapped it to a spot where he could get a better shot and then put it up. And so it's like, wait, did you get a shot attempt and a rebound for that? Because he really just like passed it to himself. That's really what it was. It's insane, man. Very good player. I hate that he's that good. Very no person should be that good at basketball. All right. Let's see here. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh wait, no, I need the ladder on Aaron Gordon. That's what I need to. If Aaron Gordon has another save Denver game, I'm capitalizing on it definitely. All right, we'll close it out with official lock and dog picks here. But first, Rhythm, your home for AI bat picks and props, dominate the NBA props market and the MLB props market and the WNBA props market with Rhythm. Build your own model is super easy. So head over to Rhythm, lock into all of those sports there. You got 25% off a monthly subscription with promo code SGPN25 and 50% off an annual subscription with promo code SGPN50. That's RITHMM. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/rhythm for a 7-day free trial and use that promo code SGPN25, SGPN50. We're also brought to you by MyBookie.ag, your place to bet on every single sport in NBA playoffs. You can bet on WNBA, you can bet on MLB, you can bet on all of it over there at MyBookie. They have a whole bunch of customers from a ton of different locations, easy deposit and lightning fast cryptocurrency payouts. So head over there, MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN, get 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. That's MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Lonte, do you like fantasy football?
Love it.
I love it. And we have an opportunity, really, really big one. Well, it could be us or it could be one of the listeners to win an ultimate fantasy football experience for a 12-team league in Vegas, courtesy of our friends over there at Circa Resort and Casino in Las Vegas. They have a contest where the winner will receive a 2-night stay at Circa Resort and Casino for the entire 12-team league, hold their draft in a cabana at the awesome, beautiful Stadium Swim. Just letting you know. Great place, Stadium Swim. $5,000 food and beverage credit as well. Limo transportation to and from the airport. A welcome party for you at Legacy Club and the world's largest sports book, a reservation there with a $500 beverage credit and a 2-hour open bar package for the league at Overhang Bar. The contest is now until June 30th. You only have until June 30th. So go enter over there at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/circa. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/CIRCA. Okay, Lonte. Sorry, one more time for the people. Lock and dog.
Yeah, Christian Brown, 18 and a half points and rebounds over. Went through it. I think he's going to have a good game. He's been rebounding the ball pretty consistently. The jumper has been on or off, but at home he'll shoot better, I think. And I think it'll open up a lot more driving lanes, and they help out a little bit more. Kick out. He was getting good shots, he just kind of missed. So I like him over 18 and a half points and rebounds. The dog, I'm going Jamal Murray 25 plus. That's at plus 185 for all the reasons that we talked about a little bit earlier.
All right. Lock. What order do I want to do this in? Okay. Lock. It's going to be Joker, points and rebounds over, what's the best line I can get here? 42 and a half. Sorry, man. It's really, really good at basketball. For my dog. I do have that sneaky feeling that J-Dub is having a good game, but man, it's just hard to trust him. I'm just going to stick with Aaron Gordon, man. Aaron Gordon's really been saving their ass and coming up big for them. 20 plus points is plus 195. He's been efficient and he's been good. They just stopped going to him, and I don't know why. I think he's the one here. So give me Aaron Gordon. Wow, 2 nuggets as the lock and dog. I actually did not want to do that. All right. That is it. Lonte, anything else for people before we get up out of here?
That's about it, man. Hopefully we get a good game and get to the window with all the bits.
WNBA is back. WNBA Gambling Podcast is back tonight with Friday and Saturday game, total player prop picks, all of that. So tap in with us later tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, or whatever time zone you're in. Sorry to all my international people. You got to do that conversion. I don't. Yeah, my bad. All right. With that, I sit. Don't have anything else to say. Nothing else to do. No other way of ending the podcast. Just gonna